Alright, I just updated the title. Um, I believe this is a game for the season 10 group stage. Yeah, so this is going to be alphasquid playing Crane versus how do you say that? Suburbakknght, something like that, playing Dragon. See how it goes. Let me link the stream here. We don't always stream group games. In fact, usually we don't, but since they asked, I figured might as well. Didn't really have anything better to do. Let's see. So Crane is going to be going first here. s10 adept. I haven't seen him in a while. So let's see. This is kind of a tough buy for Crane here, actually. I'm guessing Dragon will buy the Doom Shugenja and something else. Maybe the Investigator. Investigator is definitely a good card to get out early here. But Crane doesn't really have a whole lot of choices here. I think maybe you just play one of these 3-cost characters. Ooh, Zero Fate. I don't like that. I think he should play it with Fate. Maybe you play the Politician now? Politician seems good. Ooh, plays Kaizen. That's, And then Dragon gets the Passing Fate. Yeah, so I don't really like this for Crane. You got two big characters here, but they're both going to be leaving play at the end of the turn. And Dragon is going to be going into the next turn with about a 7 fate advantage. So let's see, what can he do with these characters? So you could start out with a... You could do a water attack with Kaizen, maybe? That way, if he defends... Well... So if you attack, you're going into one of the dragon provinces here. You don't care about Feast or Famine. Let's see, you don't care about Sacred Sanctuary. So there's a 50-50 chance that you just fine. Of course, you are kind of risking the... There's a Way of the Crane. You are risking the Restoration of Balance, which is pretty dangerous. If I'm going to attack here as Crane, I might have bid lower than 5, so that Restoration wouldn't hurt as much. I also still think that the Savvy Politician would have probably been better than one of these characters, because then you would get to double honor. So attacking with a Sami here. Let's see, what ring is he gonna take? I imagine you want to get the Earth Ring. We see him switch to Kaizen. Shameful Display and Restoration are both really bad, so it's a pretty big coin flip here. Before the Throne, okay. Was not expecting that. Uses Miyamoto's Fury to bow Kaizen. There's a Voice of Honor to cancel it. I think you should just let this break, actually, as Dragon. Like, what is Before the Throne ever going to do for you other than get the break effect? At this point, you should definitely let it break. Could play another Fury, I guess, if he has a second one. The firing is pretty good here, so if you could stop him from getting that, that would be good. We see pass, so Before the Throne will break. Dragon steals 2 honor. So I guess he's running Before the Throne because he doesn't have a lot of monks, maybe? And he doesn't want to run the Sanctuary. Not really sure. Investigator gets discarded. Firing honors Asami. Seems good. So Dragon should do a military attack now. Probably water. Yep, it's going right for the military water. Seems good. Hopefully he doesn't find Magistrate Station, and he does not find Magistrate Station. Finds Art of Peace. It's pretty good. That is a Seeker Fate. So yeah, you're in a bad spot now. You kind of have to defend with Asami, which means you're not going to get to use her ability. Let's see, he could have an Assassinate, I guess. No defense, so that implies that he does in fact have something. If he were to spend a lot of cards here, that would be good. We see a Bonsai on the Doom Shugenja, actually. Interesting. Crane passed, actually. That is definitely a mistake if you don't defend. I was expecting Crane to like spend a bunch of cards and then be able to attack and find Restoration safely. But yeah, if you don't spend any cards here, then it's just a mistake to not defend. You're losing an extra honor when you could have not done that. Yeah, and that is what we see. Not really sure on that one. Art of Peace is going to dishonor the Doomed Shugenja. That'll just mean 1 honor, not a big deal. And unless there are some conflict characters here, that is going to be it for this conflict phase. Looks like they're going to tie the favor. Yep, so Crane will pass the second conflict. And Dragon passes the second conflict as well, so they will tie the favor. And Crane goes back up to 10 honor, Dragon goes down to 9. So Crane is just straight up down 5 fate and 1 honor here. Definitely not where you want to be. Tied on breaks and hand size, and nothing on the board. So yeah, not the ideal first turn for Crane there. Niten Adept is like actually really good in this matchup, so I think you should keep that. Ooh, discards it. I don't like that. I mean, I guess it loses to Assassinate, but oh wow, this is this is a pretty crazy flop for Crane here. We have the Origami Master and the Doji Gift Giver. Dragon's gonna play the Togashi Initiate. think Dragon should buy out the whole board here. Has plenty of fate. Crane is going to buy the gift giver with 1 fate. Okay. You definitely want to play the Brash Samurai, I think. Maybe you just play Miyamoto or Itsugu with 4 fate. So you just play Brash Samurai now, I think, and then try to get the passing fate if Dragon plays the Doomchu Genja. Right, Sugu is probably going to be able to do some serious damage on this board. There's a chance if you play the Brash Samurai, Dragon just takes the passing fate, but I think you have to do it anyway, because a Doji gift giver plays the Savvy Politician. Okay, maybe we're going to get the Brash Samurai as well. Dragon just passes, yeah, so gonna take that passing fate. And we do see Brash Samurai with no fate. Dragon is going to bid 3. Whoa, contingency plan. So he's going to raise it by 1, I guess? I disagree with Dragon bidding 3. I think you should... Wow, he lowered it to 4. So basically, he just played a card to draw 1 less card. That seems pretty bad. I think you should raise it to 6, if anything. But yeah, I disagree with Dragon bidding 3. I think in this matchup in particular, I mean, Dragon and Crane should both bid 5 for as long as they possibly can. And in this matchup, since both of them want to do that, then I usually expect to see them just both bidding 5 for the entire game. Because honestly, there's no reason not to. Like, literally no reason. I think this matchup is going to end in a stronghold break like 99% of the time. At least. So we do see the way of the Crane to get that double honor there. And, ooh, Kakita Blade on the Brash Samurai, interesting. If he has policy debates, then that's pretty good. He's going to be able to honor himself and then policy debate like the Raitsugu maybe. Or the Initiate even. Ooh, Initiate finds Magistrate Station, so this is really good for Crane. He just has to make sure that this conflict is defended successfully. Doji Gift Giver is just blank here until he gets a fate. So I think you defend this with the Brash Samurai and you immediately honor. And then if you have a policy debate, you play that. Defends with skill 4. You could play the policy debate first if you think you might have like an assassination or something and you... Okay, he does honor. You want to... And you don't have a voice of honor. Dragon does have the favorable ground here. Could potentially get up to 6 skill, but would have to commit both of his characters. Togashi Initiate will honor himself. Spends a fate to the Water Ring. So, let's see, we have a pass. So yeah, he can move in the... Ooh, we see Daimyo's favor on Raitsugu. He can move in the Raitsugu. It looks like maybe he's going to... Yeah, put a couple attachments. He can't use the stronghold before moving him in. It has to be a participating character. He puts a Daisho on. Interesting. I was expecting maybe a political attachment so that when he moved him in, he wouldn't immediately get policy debated. Fine Katana also, wow. So he's gonna move in here and duel the Brash Samurai, I think. See, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, he can just duel here and kill the Brash Samurai. And that's really strong for Dragon. Let's see, what can you do about this? He has zero fate, so there's not much he can do about this. Magistrate Station is actually breaking already, so he doesn't even have to use the duel. He can save that in favorable... Oh no, he doesn't have favorable ground anymore. What? Okay, so we see a deceptive offer. He's going to choose to give the Brash Samurai +2/+2 and then just use the stronghold to put him back in a breaking position. Yeah, I guess. And we see a pass. Ooh. So Magistrate Station will break. That's pretty unfortunate. Ooh, and discards Mark of Shame at random. Doesn't do much now because he has no fate. But yeah, Dragon's Board is bowed out now at least, so you can go ahead and try to get at least one break this turn. Maybe even two. I think I would go with both of these characters with the Water Ring and unbound my Brash Samurai. Seems good. And then you just have to hope that Dragon doesn't have a conflict character, right? And then you're fine. He could even try to noble sack the Raitsugu by getting a Fate Offering and then getting the Fire Ring next to dishonor him if he has noble sack. He's gonna go for the Void Ring. I don't really like that. Finds Feast or Famine. This is not really the end of the world, I think. You can go ahead and break this. I still feel like this should have probably been water. Try to get 2 breaks this turn. And then make it so if Dragon plays a conflict character, he can't go water. I would have probably actually considered using Raitsugu Duel to just kill the Brash Samurai. Takes the fate from the Doji Gift Giver. And now you void off the initiate. I guess you would have had to not do the... Yeah, it might have cost you some honor, but... Oh well, doesn't matter. Dragon passes the conflict. Let's see if there's a conflict character here. Nope. So just going to be one break per side. Glory gets tied again. But yeah, now this Raitsugu is still on the board and is going to be very difficult to deal with. Should definitely discard this Origami Master. And Dragon is still up 7 fate. That's ridiculous. Yeah, buying those two characters for 3 fate each and not putting any fate on them on turn 1 definitely has slowed down Crane a lot. So Origami Master gets discarded. Alright, let's see. So Dragon bid 3 again. Again, I have to disagree with this. Like, you're pretty much never going to dishonor Crane here. Wow, we see Yoshi with 1 fate. I guess the only other character he could play was this Artisan, which is not doing much here. Surprised he only put 1 fate on it, though. It seems like a mistake. I pretty much never want to play a character that costs 3 or more unless I can put at least 2 fate on it. You really want those characters to stick around. I think that's a pretty big mistake that Crane has been making this game. We see 2 bonsai gardens, so that's even less reason to bid 3. Like, Dragon should have just been bidding 5 this whole game. Ooh, plays the Finger of Jade on Raitsugu. Okay, I guess he's afraid of Fate Worse Than Death. Not sure if that's in this deck or not. I would have played it on the Swordsmith. You don't want him to get assassinated. But I guess this way it's free, at least. I don't know. Like, Dragon has such a lead here. He's up 8 fate, 1 card, 5 honor, and he has a much stronger board. So I would just like smash the 5 bid. I would put the Finger of Jade on the Swordsmith, probably. I mean, I guess this is fine. And then I would just go for... You want at least 1 break this turn. You're going to be first player next turn. So you can go at the Stronghold. So maybe you get a military break with Raitsugu, and then you poke Stronghold with the Swordsmith. Or a conflict character. So we see a Kakita blade on Yoshi here. So the problem with Kakita blade is that it's basically a fine katana, but it costs 1 instead of 0, which is like a huge difference. I say basically. I say basically a fine katana because there aren't a whole lot of duels. Like policy debate is probably the only one. Gaining 1 honor is kind of insignificant, and the 2 political during a duel is usually insignificant as well. I think policy debate is actually one of the only political duels that's worth playing. So I would rather just have fine katana to save the fate. Ooh, and he finds public forum here, so Dragon just literally doesn't even have to defend this. Wait, this is water? Why would he ever go water here? If you want the 2 fate, you just go air, and then you get 2 honor. Like, you just get all the honor. Yeah, I very much disagree with water, because this is going to do literally nothing. Like, Dragon can just not defend and doesn't care at all. Right? The Kakita blade is strange also, because he's doing a political conflict here. Yeah, this seems pretty weird. So now Dragon can attack. Probably go Void, right? That's what I would expect. So let's see. So you're gonna go Void, right? At one of these face down provinces. Before the throne again. Wow, that's pretty surprising. Not sure why you'd run that in Crane. I guess he's going for like an honor Crane with the bonsai gardens. I think that's the only reason. But you're fine with that as Dragon. You just break this. You don't even care. Not 100% sure on the air ring. Kind of disagree with that. But I don't know. So, yep, goes into Before the Throne, and he has the Finger of Jade here, so he has nothing to fear. Can just get a break on this. There's the Steward of Law, so now he... So, immediately going to duel that, just take the fate off. So, good thing Crane put a fate on it. But this does mean that he now does have something to fear, and that is the Double for Shame. Let's see if he has it. You probably don't play the Steward of Law unless you have the Double for Shame, right? The good news for Dragon is that he doesn't really care about the air ring, so if he actually loses to Double for Shame here, he's just fine. Ooh, we see a Test of Skill. It's going to reveal Soul Beyond Reproach, Test of Skill, and Contingency Plan. Naming events. So he takes Test of Skill, and I guess Soul Beyond Reproach. I think the problem with Crane's, or one of the problems with Crane's deck, is that it seems like it's pretty expensive. You have the Test of Skills, you have the Soul Beyond Reproach, you have the Kakita Blades. A lot of expensive stuff. Ooh, takes Contingency Plan. I don't know about that. Wow, we have a Way of the Dragon. Ooh, this is a... So I've never said this before about Way of the Dragon, but this is actually pretty sick. He's gonna be able to duel the Steward of Law again now. That's actually crazy. So even even if he force shames once here, which he did draw force shame, he just gets dueled. Finds Game of Sedane, again a 1-cost card. You don't want to have too many 1-cost cards in your conflict deck. Can get pretty expensive pretty fast. And I'm speaking from experience as a crab player. We kind of have to have a lot of 1-cost cards, so you got to be especially careful with your fate. So yeah, Raitsugu is going to go ahead and kill this Steward of Law. Yeah, so he needs exactly another Steward of Law and 2 force shames now. Probably not too likely. So Dragon should get this break. Yeah, and then he just goes Void next to Void Yoshi and poke the Stronghold. If he gets assassinated, then hopefully he has a conflict character. Even better would be if he had another Finger of Jade or a Reprieve here, but I don't know if he does. Probably would have played it earlier. It looks like Crane forgot to use the Bonsai Gardens as well. Right? Probably won't matter, but yeah. Small mistake. Yeah, like I said, I think that 2 honor will just literally not matter. Um, like I was saying, I think the I think that this matchup ends in Stronghold break like at least 99% of the time. I think it's very, very unlikely that someone will win or lose on honor. Wait, he has Shameful Display under his Stronghold? I think he just loses now. Unless he has, like, exactly a young Harrier or something. Or Assassinate. Assassinate saves him. Young Harrier saves him. Stewart for shame, I guess, saves him. But yeah, if he doesn't have anything here, he is actually just dead. Ooh, wow, we see a pass, actually. Dragon literally needs any attachment on Swordsmith. Ooh, wow, Noble Sack, that's actually really big. That means this Voidering won't go off, so Yoshi will stay in play. But again, Dragon will be first player next turn, and he can do a big attack at the Crane Stronghold. I'm really surprised that Dragon has not seen any conflict characters. I guess if he played one in that conflict, it would get instantly strongholded, but so Imperial Favor is going to remain unclaimed, unfortunately, for this Yoshi here. And you probably discard this thing. This is probably a pretty bad card to run when your entire conflict deck costs 1 fate per card, pretty much. Probably. So I think if Dragon wants to, he can just buy out the whole board here. He'll be able to honor Yokuni and then get like a bunch of duels in. Maybe you don't buy me a Mystic, but buy everyone else. Like, just go for the Stronghold break. There's no reason not to. Buy a bunch of guys and charge at it. Like, Crane doesn't even have a good buy here. I think maybe he should just buy Kaizen and then pass to threaten the Fate Worse Than Death. Wow. So he's going to buy Hotaru. So I think Dragon can just... She has no fate on her, so Dragon can just do a big military attack, buy the Yokuni, maybe even buy the Mystic, and then do a big military attack. You can just duel both of these characters and just kill them. Like, there's not even anything Crane can do, I think. Okay, so we see the contingency plan Wave the Chrysanthemum play. Um, Unfortunately, it's not quite going to be enough. What just happened? Damia's favor. What did the swordsmith find? Another finger of jade. So you play that one on who? Yokuni? Yeah, so Crane at 18 honor. Not quite enough. Still would need 7 more, which is a lot. And yeah, I don't think Crane has any way to stop this military attack here. Ooh, a tattooed wanderer as well. So yeah, it's getting worse and worse for Crane. So yeah, now you just covert Yoshi, you attack with everybody, and you win the game, right? Hotaru's not a courtier, so she can't force shame anybody. If he plays a, what's it called? If he plays a Steward of Law, you just kill him instantly with Reitsugu. Plays another Finger of Jade on Reitsugu. I'm gonna disagree with that, but I guess if you want to. Like, I think there's no way Dragon loses the game here, so if that's what he wants to do, then sure. 7 attachments there. I actually don't know what this dragon is splashing. He hasn't played enough cards to reveal that. It's interesting. Crane has just been burning through cards, but Dragon hasn't played that many. Alright, so Crane spends his last fate to play Soul Beyond Reproach, so now he is, I think, 100% dead. Yep, Yoshi's just gonna get converted. Ooh, he only attacked with Raitsugu. I don't agree with that, although I don't think it will matter. Should go water here, unless you really need the fate, I guess. So, Shameful Display, first action, gets Finger Jaded, right? And then you just duel her and kill her. And then you win. Seems like what's going to happen. So yeah, Shameful Display under the Stronghold I don't really like. It means that your Stronghold is only 5 strength, which is not very much. And Shameful is a lot better in the row generally, where someone can accidentally find it and then get a nasty surprise. Artisan Academy is going to reveal a test of skill, which he cannot play because he has no fate. There are the bids. Raitsugu's going to win and kill Hotaru. And Crane just loses now, right? I don't really know. I guess he only attacked with Raitsugu so that he could Finger of Jade the Shameful Display. Maybe he should have put the other finger on Yokuni and then attacked with both of them. I mean, it doesn't really matter, I guess. Crane had 0 fate. It's not like he could do anything. Yeah, this is fine. Yep, so that is going to be a pass. And the Crane Stronghold will break. Dragon will win that game. And it looks like he is 2-1 now in his group. Man, I need to start playing some games. I haven't played any yet this season. Feel like I have no motivation right now. Yeah, so this Crane deck is pretty wild. He's definitely trying to go for the honor win with the like Way of the Chrysanthemum contingency plan, etc. Unfortunately, that like you can do that and you might get a win here and there, but it's not really a good deck. Like a lot of the cards, like Origami Master. Ooh, wow, he was running Chisei District. I missed that. So Chisei District is pretty bad. You should pretty much never run that. Um, Origami Master is also pretty bad, unfortunately. Doji Gift Giver, not too good. The Disciple, I don't think he's too bad, but it seems like people aren't playing him too much. Artisan is not good. And then same for this deck. Test of Skill, people don't really play that anymore. Way of the Chrysanthemum and Contingency Plan, not really good cards. But yeah, I mean this guy is still learning, so yeah. I mean the deck's not terrible. Um, it's a good place to start, I guess. Kikita Blade, that's another card that's not that good. But it's definitely not gonna like win you a tournament. This deck definitely would need to make some improvements to it. I really hope he has Fate Worse Than Death in the deck. I think the big thing that the big thing that alphasquid needs to work on is his fate management. Something I saw him doing a lot during that game was playing expensive characters and not putting a lot of fate on them, and also playing a lot of conflict cards that cost fate. So he was just running out of fate a lot. And when you're out of fate, you can't really do a whole lot, right? Especially when a lot of your conflict cards cost fate. So it's not really where you want to be. Dragon just had like a 7 fate lead for most of that game. And like the other thing was he bought 2 3-cost dynasty characters on the first turn without fate on them, and then they just left play, and then Dragon had that huge fate lead. That was kind of what snowballed it. But yeah. But yeah, again, like I said, on the Dragon player side, I think, like, even if this Crane deck is an Honor End deck, I think it's a mistake to stop bidding 5 that early and start bidding 3. Um, if Crane gets in, like, a dangerous spot and you think he's going to weigh the Chrysanthemum you, then you can definitely drop your bid. But that early in the game, you definitely want to see more cards. I guess it worked out for him. He didn't really have to play a lot of cards, but he probably could have ended the game sooner, I imagine, if he had played more cards. So I'm not really sure. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the stream here. That's going to be it for this game. Looks like we might maybe have another game coming up soon. Not sure yet, but it looks like Action Johnny has a game scheduled. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.